All right, what's going on, good people? All right, I am elated to be with y'all tonight. We're just doing a little testing, trying to synchronize some things, and also just go ahead and get some stuff off my mind. While you're on here, we're actually on two different pages, on my personal page as well as the Josh Reese Show page. So feel free to go ahead and join me on there. All of you all can actually go ahead and follow me on both pages. The but I prefer that you actually go ahead and head on over to the Josh Reese Show. The Josh Reese Show. It's also on YouTube as well. Um, Gonna go ahead and get started on tonight. I know back in the day when we went ahead and did stuff like this, we'll go ahead and be like, we're gonna wait on a couple people coming in. But the power of um rebroadcast is so awesome. Um, I'm happy. I'm gonna remove one thing off of the flyer, which is I'm not gonna air this on West Pullman, Chicago, because the subject matters of the things I'm going to talk about. Yes, the church should talk about this, but I'm going to have a free platform for both the believer, non-believer, uh, all types of people to be able. Hey, Brian, to be able to hop on here and be able to converse regarding the subject matter. Not hitting around. The other day I had some people, man, they were inquiring in regards to it's like, well, what is he about to talk about? And one of the things I found amazing is how many people are watching you that you don't know that are watching you. How many people are following you you don't know that are following you. Um, how many people are actually paying attention to what you have going on that you would least expect that would listen to you. And I'm not doing this for a bunch of likes. Excuse me. I'm not doing this to honestly promote my show. And I'm going against the grain some because I'm just concerned. And like I said, big shout out to Prophet Alan Lewis, um, who came and on a live and really poured into me. And I think I'm thankful for him and him pouring into me, just talking to me. Excuse me, I'm just trying to get some things straight. And just said what thus said the Lord. And still, again, there's a lot of hurting people out here. Um, there are people hurting to the degree where you know there's a lot of people not paying attention. They're not honestly paying attention to what's really going on, what's happening in the world. Um, and with that being said, I need to do what's best for me. And in doing so, I'm convinced that it's important right now that I be the best conduit uh, to honestly um, promote um, what's good and pleasant, promote some positivity, promote, um, how can I say, promote things that people would not discuss. I'm finding a lot, and we're going to talk about. I told you, going to be dealing a lot of things that I've been through that's touched me, um, relationships, friendships, um, situationships, fellowships, and it's amazing on how many people in that whole genre will abandon you, and not you're not left with the tools on how to get over that abandonment. You're out here just hanging around, and I think it's important that we start talking about it. Um, right now, a hot thing right now, uh, praying for the family of Carlton Pearson. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he was a very relatively popular pastor whose teachings developed over time and crossed over into a very controversial phase. I am one that have a standpoint that I did not agree with his teachings, and I did find them contrary to the doctrine of Jesus Christ, a doctrine of Yeshua, the doctrine of Elohim, to the word that he preached and what have you. And a lot of people, this, that, and the other. But, with that, what do you do when you're confused about something? What do you do when it looks like things are not adding up? Um, Even in a relationship, even in friendships, what do you do? And I think these are some things that we really honestly need to talk about and we need to address when it comes to uh, our personal lives, when it comes to what you're facing on a day to day basis, when it comes to life, when it comes to family. How do you deal with that level of rejection? How do you deal with it when it seems like nobody is nobody is watching you, nobody is paying attention to you, nobody wants to be bothered with you? How do you deal with that? And one of the things I found is sometimes you have to develop the art of deflection of rejection, deflecting rejection, which is pretty much, as the Bible says, taking up the shield of faith. Sometimes you have to realize when people are pushing you away, even people you trust, and they're pushing you away with their beliefs. Some people believe you're not a good person because of something that happened with you, a disagreement you had with someone else. They now have ostracized you, and now you are less a friend. You have people, families who have abandoned and what have you, and that's a terrible place to be. Is when you feel abandoned by family. Is when you feel rejected by those who you would think would be the ones to have your back and love you without I'm gonna say without a prejudice. They will love you in spite of you. They will love you regardless of what's going on and what uh, you're facing. They will still have your back. And I'm here to go ahead and burst some of your bubbles. Many of your family do not have your back because they themselves are confused. Many of your friends don't have their back because they themselves are bewildered. They themselves are dismayed. They themselves have not gotten over some of the things that they have been facing. And so, because of that, um, I just help you understand that you still can conquer all what you face and all that you go through. And I'm a firm believer that regardless of how many times people reject you, um, God is still with you because He promised that. Uh, he promised that He'll never leave me, neither will He forsake me. And because of that, I have to hold Him to that. Now, I'm I don't want to run away. A lot of the how can I say, the people who are not necessarily believers, but I have to stand on the truth. Um, you have to. There needs to be a bowing down to be able to profess that Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus Christ is Lord. Um, But in that, you still there's a context that you have to understand that with everything you're facing, you need to get yourself with some moral sense, a moral compass. You need to make sure that you are engaged in looking at things through the correct spectrums, um, because a lot of your motivation, a lot of your push, a lot of your audience is connected to faith, and they have faith in something. Um, Someone that says they have faith in no thing actually has faith in something. Some people have faith in not having faith. They believe that there's nothing there, and they have faith that there's nothing there. And so when you try to run from faith, faith is truly the essence of uh, uh, belief, even in the things that you cannot see or fathom. And so I want to help somebody because some people don't have faith that things could get better. Some people don't have faith that with all the mistakes you made, you cannot bounce back from them. I'm here to tell you as a living witness, you can bounce back from anything. Even some things where you feel like you're going to be mostly rejected, you can still bounce back from it. But what we have to do is talk about what's the issue, what's the problem. And so I'm not doing this for popularity. I'm doing this to help somebody because we don't know who's watching us, but it'd be that person that don't say anything that's watching that needed to hear something you said. Um, I want you to be feel free to ask any questions, anything that I need to go and maybe get somebody on here to talk about, from relationships to sexual abuse, to lies and deceit, to your own self abandonment, to low self esteem, whatever it is, to family and parenting. We let's get on there because at the end of the day, all us need help. All of us need help. Uh, I was watching, and this is amazing. I'm going to be done with this. This guy named Kobe. I don't know, it's a preacher. I can't even think of his last name. And it's amazing how many viewers he has of people who are just watching him to really mock him. But a lot of people don't realize they're mocking him, and he asks for people to pay through a cash app, and they sending him $1 or two. And at the end of the day, he ends up raking in 200, 300 plus dollars of people mocking him. Sometimes uh, good intention or bad intention, the people that are laughing at you actually are going to fund your favor. You run and tell that they're going to fund your favor. They're going to fund you benefiting, but you have to suffer through the rejection. You have to suffer through the doubt. You have to suffer through the shame and the ridicule and all of those things. And so I just want to help somebody with that you have the power and you have the ability to be able to overcome what you're going through. And so I hope that somebody watches this rebroadcast and it helps them out. Last time, and I think that's why I got a lot of people that I talked about love, lies, and alibis. And I'm going to talk about that again. I want y'all to follow me on the Josh Reese Show. Love, lies, and alibis. We're going to talk about that again. Uh, no, sex, lies, and alibis. I'm sorry. I know something off with that. Sex, lies, and alibis. Because shout out to Pastor Steve Thurston. He did a series about sex. And I need to get that date and re launch it or something or forward it because he was talking about hookups and everything, and these are things we need to talk about. Um, Hookups that we enjoy that we shouldn't have. People we indulge with, the lies we tell, and all the alibis we have, but still we have an alibi of a lie. Let's deal with that. How do you feel after you've lied? How do you feel after you cheated? How do you feel after you stolen? And what is it gonna take for you to turn it around? Because at the end of the day, I want everybody to be positive. I want to be able to say that we're all doing well here. All right, I spoke my piece for a little while. Been on here a little bit over 15 minutes, and hope to see y'all tomorrow. Launching tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Till then, this is Pastor Josh Reese signing out, telling you, shine your light.